Hey everybody, I'm Heather from Collaborate to Win. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about COVID. So some of it's good and some of it's bad. Well, COVID's bad, but the industry and COVID, what's happening? So, okay, so the good is that your clients have been sitting home and realizing that all those projects that they've been wanting to get to, they're finally doing. So I hear that stagers are incredibly busy. House sales are like all of a sudden there's bidding wars. So that's great for anybody in the real estate industry and also, design, because once they move in, it's going to be like, well, what are we going to paint these walls? And we need all new furniture. So those are good things. The bad, of course, is we're all living in a pandemic, and it's not great. It's dangerous and scary, and yeah, there's also other things on top of the health risks, like the fact that we all stopped for a while, even if it was only 2 weeks in the place where you are from or where the place where things are being made. A 2 week standstill makes a backlog. And then I read that there was a 39% jump in sales. So we stopped making things for a while, and then all of a sudden there were more sales than they've ever received before, like 39% more. That's quite a bit. So they can't keep up. They don't have enough raw materials and they don't have enough time to keep up. So the back orders are crazy. I've got, and it seems like it's across the board. There isn't necessarily one manufacturer not dealing with this. So telling your clients that COVID has created a whole backlog where your product is going to take a lot longer. So the initial acknowledgments that we get have a time frame on them. They say this is going to ship, early October. And then early October rolls around and it turns out actually it's not going to ship until late November. So that Thanksgiving idea that you had was gone. And sometimes they're saying, well, it's not until December or it's not even until January. So like it's a lot longer than what we're all used to. And it's hard to have that conversation with your client because, you're excited and you're expecting it and you want it. And, well, Amazon brings things to my door in 2 days, but not always, right? All of a sudden now even Amazon is having trouble fulfilling these orders. I've experienced it myself where I thought I was ordering something, it seemed fine, and then they sent me an email that said, actually, we can't fulfill this. So it is happening across the board with all kinds of goods and products. I mean, it was toilet paper early on. Now I hear you can't find paper towels. I mean, it seems ridiculous, but it's what we're dealing with. So tell your clients things are going to take a lot longer. There is more sales coming through, which means these manufacturers are doing well. We're not going to run into the whole like, ooh, could they go out of business garbage that we had to deal with years ago in past recessions. So at least there's that. But your client is going to be frustrated for a while because these things, and also the damages are unbelievable. Like so many damages. And then that was the last chandelier they had, and they're not going to get a new one for another 10 weeks. So yeah, it arrived and it was broken. So it got sent back and now we're waiting. This is just what I keep hearing over and over again, and I keep having to deal with over and over again. So this is just, yeah, it is what it is here. So let's know that, acknowledge it. Things are going to take longer. Damages are part of the gig. There's a solution for every problem, and sometimes it's just being patient and communicating with the client in a way that says, I feel your pain. I wish I could get this for you right now. I want it done just as much as you do. And no, I'm on your team and I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that we resolve the damage issue or get the product, as fast as we can. But there's so much out of our control that, you can only do what you can do. You can do your part, and then you have to let it go. And so does your client. And if you sympathize with them and empathize with what they're going through, then they know you're on their team. You're working together towards this. So that's just a little bit that I wanted to come on and tell you. Yes, there's, COVID is out there and we're still dealing with it. I know we're all absolutely exhausted and want it to go away right away, but it's not. I hope that it goes away. I hope that we have a healthy, safe vaccine and we can all just go back to normal very soon. And I hope that our industry continues to do wonderful because people realize, wow, I am spending so much time at home and I really like it when it looks beautiful. And I love coming home to a place that is so nice. So hopefully that continues. And hopefully all the vendors get fully back up to working order, having stock on product. And, sometimes it's just the one material that they're missing in order to make the whole sofa. It might just be that one fabric. It might just be, I don't know, metal springs. It might be the wood. It might be something else. And, we're all doing our best. So it's good to have patience and just be aware and communicate to your client openly and honestly and with sympathy. Okay, guys. I wish you well. Be safe. Bye.